What's going on, guys? Max Melned here, bringing y'all another video. And in today's video, we're going to be putting these Tech Deck Pro Series obstacles and fingerboard to the test. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to give a little brief life update to you guys, especially as some of you long-term subscribers. I know we haven't been posting super frequently in the last month or two, and that is for a couple of reasons. Number one being the weather has just been so crazy. Like the last 3 days, the feel like temperature where I live is like -10 degrees. So that makes it very hard to skateboard. I have still been snow skating and tech decking, but there's also been some other stuff going on in my life where I'm not always wanting to get in front of the camera. I've just been also very tired from work, been doing some other hobbies of mine such as music, and I don't like to overlap different hobbies necessarily or different channels and social medias, but I will be dropping a link below to my Tiny Desk submission. If you guys don't know, which you probably don't, since I'm not super vocal about this on this channel, but I am a hip-hop artist. I've been making music for many years, and recently I've gotten very much back into it. I'm going to be playing a concert this coming weekend in my town. I've put out 2 songs in the last 3 months or so, and I'm gearing up to release an album. But aside from all that, I did recently, like I said, upload to the NPR Tiny Desk contest for this year, and I kind of want to share that to as many people as possible, so I will be putting a link in the description to that just for you guys to check out. But yeah, basically that's kind of the overview of what's been going on in my life recently. I hope you guys understand. I still am very committed to this channel. Just with the weather and work and everything, it has been a little bit harder to post. But that's what we're doing today, and I'm super excited to be here and unbox both of these things and test them out for you. As you can see here, we have one of the Tech Deck Pro Series Tech Decks, and this is from the newest generation. It is the Santa Cruz one. I think this one looks really cool, and I'm very excited to test it because I've never even seen one of these in person before. And then we do also have the Tech Deck Pro Series Obstacle Series 2.0. In some of my videos, I've actually used some of the Tech Deck Pro Series Series number 1, the 1.0. It comes with like the little rail, it's a little square rail, a little box, and a little jersey barrier. So that's actually been pretty fun for me. It was one of the first Tech Deck obstacles that I got when I started fingerboarding. But today we're going to be trying out the bench and this little bike rack. And kind of just give my opinion and thoughts to you guys on it. So we're going to combine the two in this video. I got both of these for Christmas, and that was almost 2 months ago now at this point. So they kind of just been sitting in my room for a little bit. I've just been busy, like I said, man, but today's going to be the perfect opportunity to test these out and have a little fun for you guys with them today. So I'm very excited to do this. Briefly, I also just want to mention Magic Mind real quick. We're going to get into this in the outro a little bit more, but I've still been using their products a lot. This is actually the sleep time Magic Mind. This has been very good for relaxing at night after a long day of work and whatnot. But like I said, at the very end of the video, we're going to be talking about this a little bit more, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so let's just get straight into this. Before we actually open the Tech Deck itself, just wanted to show my current fingerboard setup. This is actually from our last fingerboarding video, which I will put in the description. This is a 35mm Chems low profile fingerboard. Been having a lot of fun with it. As you can see, we've put in quite a bit of wear and tear into it. It is fully custom. I put the trucks, the ill-pill wheels, even the bushings, all custom for this setup. As you can see with this actually comes with the trucks and wheels and stuff already installed. So a little bit less hassle for us, but it is going to be interesting to see how these parts that come with it actually compare to the custom parts that I put onto this fingerboard. And also, we had to put grip on this fingerboard, whereas the Tech Deck Pro Series already comes gripped. So definitely going to save us a little bit of time in this video so we can get straight to sessioning. But I just don't know if the actual parts that come on this are going to be as good as the aftermarket parts that I put on this fingerboard. So that's one thing that I really want to compare in this video. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. So it looks like it comes in a super cool little case. And this can actually be used as a little obstacle. It's a little mani pad ledge with some actual coping on the side. That's real metal, which is super cool. I love that attention to detail, and I was not expecting that at all. And it looks like it's just taped up on the edges here, so I'm just going to peel that off real quick, and I'll probably skip ahead so you guys don't have to watch me do that. All right, here it is. Ooh, it comes with a little fancy metal Tech Deck tool. Definitely way higher quality than the normal fingerboard tools that I've gotten with some of my other products that I've ordered. Yeah, this is super cool, man. I like this. This is definitely going to be my go-to fingerboard tool from now on. And then we also have the tech deck itself here. Ooh, wow. This is very, very pretty, man. I'm really glad I went with the Santa Cruz one, or that I asked for the Santa Cruz one for Christmas. This is super, super cool, man. I love the graphic on this. It definitely isn't as vibrant in person as it is on the box, but it still looks really nice with these yellow wheels. The trucks have inverted kingpins. The bushings themselves don't feel too bad either, honestly. A little tight maybe. I might have to loosen this back one up a little bit. But yeah, man, this is looking super, super nice. Wow. Okay. Other than that, I'm liking how it's looking, and just the overall feel of it is pretty nice. The grip tape is a little bit thicker than what I'm used to. It's gonna stick up a little bit more, and it also feels a little bit different with the imprint on it. But other than that, man, yeah, I'm very, very excited to sesh this thing. So I think we should just get straight into it and do some flat ground on it before we actually open the obstacle over here. All right, guys, let's just warm up with the basics. Let's start with a little ollie. Ooh, okay, let's do one more because that feels a little bit different with the concave than my normal fingerboard. Definitely a little different, but I think I'll be able to get used to it pretty quick. Let's do a little shove it. Ooh, went into a little manual. Let's try front shove. That felt pretty clean. Can we do a little flip trick? Heel flip did not feel bad. Let's do one more. Okay, okay. Let's try a kick flip. Ooh, I didn't catch it the best, but that did not feel too bad. Let's go one more. Kind of had to turn it around a little bit, but kick flips are not my strongest with fingerboarding. Let's try a little vario heel. Ooh, I do not know what that was. Okay, here we go. Caught it weird, but we're getting used to it, so I'm not mad. All right, one of my go-to tricks is dolphin flip, so let's see how that feels. Ooh, that is not a good start with that, but getting used to it. Okay, that one felt very, very clean. Can we do a three shove? Okay, that one was not too bad. Let's do a tray flip. Ooh, caught it very nose heavy. Okay, that was not a bad tray flip. Just for fun, let's try to sesh this little box that it came with. Manual? Ooh, I gotta get used to the concave. Let's try again. Okay. Nose manual. One more. That felt pretty good. A little 50-50. Backside. 5-0. Backside. This box is not very sturdy, so I'm just gonna hold it in place for the backside. That felt clean. Tail slide. Smith. Oof. That barely worked. This box definitely is not super sturdy like some of the obstacles we're used to. Let's do one better. That felt pretty good. Blunt. That was a pretty nice blunt, honestly. All right, can we do a little dolphin flip to manual? This is a trick I really like on fingerboarding. Oh, come on. Ooh, that was a little dolphin to 5-0. Honestly, not what we were necessarily going for, but we will take that. Felt really, really good. All right, let's just get over to the actual Tech Deck Pro Series obstacles, because honestly, this thing does not sesh super well. If you don't already have your own obstacles, this is definitely not a bad choice. If I were to put some like sticky tack on the bottom of this, or maybe put something inside to weigh it down, it would not be a bad obstacle at all. But just how it comes like this, it slides around a lot, and I would rather go sesh a real obstacle. So now that we're warmed up, let's do that. All right, so as you guys can see, it already comes in like quite a bit of pieces. I already knew that prior. We're gonna have to do a lot of screwing and stuff here. So just to save you guys time, I'm just going to do this on my own, and then once it's all put together, we will start seshing it. All right, guys, so here we have it. I have the two obstacles finally built. I will say that it did take a little bit of time. It probably took me like 15 minutes to put both these together. It was like 16 little tiny screws between the two obstacles. It did come with one of these other metal tech deck tools, which was cool, but actually using this part of the screwdriver to screw in all those bolts, especially into some of these kind of like hard to get areas, was very annoying. So I did just go to my tool drawer and get a little screwdriver to use instead, which worked a lot easier, and it made it a lot quicker to put together. Some of these screws did take a little bit of time to get in to the holes as well. Not that they were stripped, just kind of the angle and bending it into place was a little bit weird on some of them. But overall, it wasn't super unpleasant to build these two. And looking at them now, they are both real metal, and they both look very aesthetically pleasing. I can already tell that the bench itself, or the table, whatever you want to call it, picnic table, is a little bit short. As you can see, it is just about the length of the actual fingerboard, maybe about a fingerboard and a half, maybe something like that. I do wish it was longer. Honestly, if it was about double the length, it would be a lot more fun to play around on, I can already tell. Because just going off the bat, let me look at this. As soon as you get into a grind on it, you're already popping off. I would like it to be about double the length, so maybe I could go from the actual seating part of the bench into a trick on top, or go from a trick on top to a trick on bottom. So maybe in the future I will buy a second one of these just to put those tables together, because I think that would be a lot more fun. But we are still going to sesh this for you guys and see what we can get. The bike rack looks awesome. And looking here, the bike rack is just about the same height as the top of this table. So we should be able to get some little combos going between the two, potentially. We shall see. One other detail I do want to point out about it is that it did come with a little instruction manual, so it was very easy to put together. It really did not take any thinking whatsoever. You just had to look at this diagram briefly and kind of see where the screws go and which way to place each part of the obstacle, but that was about it. So very simple to put together. But yeah, let's get a little different angle on these two obstacles, give them a full sesh, and then we will give our final breakdown not only on the obstacles, but also on this fingerboard as well. Just to start, let's do the bike rack because it's the smaller of the two obstacles. So let's just do a 50-50. Not too bad. 5-0. Board slide. Crook. Dang, we barely got away with that. Blunt. Barely got away with that one as well. Lip slide. Heel flip lip. Not too bad. Oh, we didn't do Smith grind. Let's try that. Let's pop out a little better. Ooh, got hung up a little bit. That's the one I was looking for. Tail slide. Very nice. Nose grind. Okay, we did all the basics. Let's do a little 50-50 heel flip out. There we go. Barely got away with that. How about a little 5-0 pop shove out? Okay. Little tail slide shove out. Very nice. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Let's just go straight into session this bench. I'm very curious on what we can get on it. First manual, not too bad. Let's go nose manual. Kind of clipped. Let's run that back. There we go. Just a little blunt stall heel flip. Just having a little fun. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of have fun with it, not really talk out all the tricks, but just see what we can actually do. Oh, no, no, no. Ooh, that was actually kind of cool. A little heel flip coconut, what does Andy Anderson call it? The little coconut wheelie. Finally, we got that heel flip manual. Ooh, a little sketchy nose blunt, but I'll take that. That was very nice. A little dolphin to manual. Like I said, that's one of my favorite tricks to do on a fingerboard. Kind of dipped a little tail slide into a lip slide and bounced off. Like I said, this thing is very small, so it's hard to get combos from one to the other. Let's try to do 50-50 and then 5-0. Okay, that actually worked. Just had to do one more of those because I love them so much. Let's do a little front Smith into a nose blunt and try to pop out. So close. Finally, we got that. That was not like the best looking, but I don't know, man. It's so short. Like I said, if this was double the length, it would be so much more fun for combos. I'm so tempted to buy another one just to put them together because I really do like this obstacle and I really like the way it looks. I will definitely talk a little more in the outro, but just something that's kind of annoying me is how small it is. Okay, a little front shove, kind of like feeble action on that one. Trying to think of what we can end off on this before we put the two together. Oh, I don't even know, man. Let's do tail slide the top, tail slide the bottom, shove out. Ooh, that was close. Oh, right there. I'll take that. Let's get a couple combos on it like this, and then we will get to the outro of this video and kind of give our final thoughts. Ooh, that felt good. Yes. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Had to go from the lower part of the bench onto the rail. Yes. Ooh, okay, manual to crook. That felt good. Just had to do one more of those. Fakey crook to end it. Ooh, I'll take that. Alright guys, so I definitely have quite a bit to say before we wrap up this video as far as these products are concerned. I guess starting with the actual tech deck itself, comparing it especially to my normal setup, there's a lot going on here. Like I said, the grip tape is a lot thicker. It just definitely feels different on my hands. I don't know if it actually affects what I'm actually doing with my tricks and stuff, but I definitely like the grip tape a little bit better on my normal setup because it is a little bit thinner, a little bit easier to flick, I think. But overall, it was cool to switch it up. This definitely feels a little softer and squishier to the touch. The other thing that stood out to me with this fingerboard was the wheels. The wheels on this are actually urethane as far as my normal fingerboard setup goes that I built custom. The actual wheels on this actual Pro Model Tech Deck, I do not know if they're actually urethane. Just from the squeak test, here is the actual tech deck that we just used and reviewed in this video. Very little noise. Now here's my normal fingerboard setup with the actual Il Pill urethane wheels. It feels completely different. It sounds completely different. These Il Pill fingerboard wheels on my normal setup, they actually feel like real skateboard wheels, whereas the ones on this feel a little bit plasticky, kind of like what you would get on a normal tech deck. Maybe slightly better because they actually do have bearings in them. Both of these have real bearings in them, which helps with the roll speed and stuff like that. So that is a point toward this Tech Deck Complete Pro Series, but I would like to see maybe some actual urethane wheels on them in the future, kind of like these are. Now don't get me wrong, these could actually be urethane as well. I don't want to misspeak. Whatever formula they're using though, it definitely feels a little bit more plasticky than your average real fingerboard or skateboard wheel. The good thing about this shape that I did like is that the actual nose of this board is much bigger than the tail. Typically on a lot of the fingerboard shapes that I see from Kim, Slush Colt, all that, the nose usually is smaller or the same size as the tail. Just like in skateboarding, I always like my nose to be a little bit bigger than the tail if I actually have that choice. So I did really enjoy that the nose was bigger on this, like significantly so. Like I could tell by looking down at it or just by rolling with it if it was backwards or not. Because I could tell that the nose is just so much bigger. It may not be easy to tell on screen or while I was seshing it, but that was one big benefit of it. As far as the trucks are concerned, they felt pretty good. Not a huge difference from the trucks that I have on here that came with my old Slush Colt Complete. They both feel pretty decent. I loosened the trucks up quite a bit on this at first just because they were very tight out of the box. But overall, the trucks felt fine. I don't know if this will be my main setup. I definitely won't. Still going to be using my custom just because I actually built every single piece on this, and that's why it is a custom complete and why it is kind of tailored to my own fingerboarding needs. I definitely will be using this in the future just for fun. Maybe I will actually put my own trucks and wheels on this eventually because I do like the shape quite a bit. We shall see. But definitely probably still going to be sticking with my custom. If I were to compare this to just a regular tech deck, this is far superior. The $3 tech decks, while they're fun for kids or when you're just first starting out, this and this are both so much better than normal tech deck. No disrespect, tech deck. Just recently I was at my girlfriend's house and there was a little tech deck in her drawer, so I just messed around with it and it was just so much harder to do all my tricks. Maybe I will make a video comparing a normal tech deck to this in the future, but overall I can wholeheartedly say that either one of these is so much better than normal tech deck. So there is that. As far as the obstacles are concerned, the bike rack is awesome. No complaints whatsoever on this. As far as the table goes, the only thing that I can say is I wish it was longer. I said that many times this video. Like I said, I might do another video where I buy another one of these Pro Series packs just so I can kind of put the two tables together. I think it would be so fun if it was just twice the length. Like you could do so many more combos and whatnot. So that's kind of my only complaint with this. As far as both of these are concerned, they are high quality metal. Both feel very sturdy, so no complaints with either one of these except for I wish it was longer, man. I'm gonna keep saying it. I wish it was longer, but overall, the quality of both of these is great, and I would highly recommend them for the price. I think it's like $40 for the two of them put together, which is not crazy in terms of getting actual high quality metal and two very, very big stellar obstacles. So shout out to that. I really like the Pro Series obstacle pack, and the first generation one is also very, very good. So check that out, and I might do a video on that one as well. Before we wrap up this video, I do want to talk about Magic Mind. Like I said, this is their sleep time formula. I've been using their energy shots and their sleep time formulas kind of back to back and in unison. They both help me a lot in my day-to-day activities, while I'm at work, when I get home from work, ready to relax. For today's video, I'm doing the sleep time one because it is later at night. You know, I'm filming this video after getting home from work and kind of getting all my chores done and stuff. So I'm going to be going to bed within the next hour or so. And that's when they recommend that you take the sleep time formula. It has a lot of cool ingredients in it. It's got GABA, 5-HTP, magnesium, chamomile, valerian root, all kinds of stuff, kava, ashwagandha. So a bunch of healthy ingredients that help with relaxation and sleep. Help you fall asleep easier, help you have a deeper sleep, all that good stuff. And yeah, I can definitely tell a big difference when I do this. I actually even gifted this to one of my friends who kind of struggles with sleep recently, and they said that it was definitely helping them as well. So I'm very, very excited to be using these Magic Mind products and for them to be supporting my channel. So shout out to Magic Mind. If you guys want to go try out the sleep formula or their energy formula, you can use the link in my description, and then you can use code MAX20, which is above me right here, and you can get up to, I think, 48% off your first order or your first subscription using that code. So go use MAX20 to get a discount code on Magic Mind, and you will not regret it. The sleep time formula is great, the energy formula is great, and I'm going to take this now and have very, very nice sleep and very, very nice dreams. Anyways, guys, without further ado, I think I'm going to go off and go to sleep. This is definitely going to kick in pretty quickly, and I'm ready to get a nice restful sleep because I got work in the morning. But I had a very, very fun time filming this for you guys. I really appreciate all y'all's support. Go check out all the descriptions below that I posted as far as for Magic Mind, for my new music video, and all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and peace out.